Hi, this is Deborah from dinglefoot.com, and this week I wanted to show you how you can make a really neat background that would do for a Halloween or any type of fall card. If you can see all those colors mixed around in the background, this is just something I was playing with earlier. And what I need are a bunch of Ranger Reinkers. You can choose whatever colors that would suit your project. I have peeled paint, weathered wood, mustard seed, dried marigold, and dusty concord, so I'm going to need those, and I'm going to need some water in my mini mister. And this is a really simple technique. All we do is you probably need a craft sheet like this or someplace that's not going to get stained when you put these reinkers on them. If you can see, I just put out 3 little dots of reinker on there. I'm going to continue in the same basic kind of pattern, just going down the line of colors that I have. Doesn't really matter where you put them, just kind of spread them around a bit because we want them to swirl around on our paper really nicely and get a nice mix. So that's the dried marigold, and then I have one more. And that's the dusty concord. And I'm just using these colors because they are fall colors. There are lots of other colors you could use for this technique. And this does get a bit messy. As you can see, I'm going to grab my mini mister. Let's see where the little nozzle is there. And I'm going to wet these down really good until these colors start kind of bleeding out a little bit. You can see they kind of got saturated with water. Might even take a little bit of this little glimmer mist I made. Just put a couple spritz in there. I'm going to use a tag this time, so just grab my tag, just put this right down in this mess of ink and just twist it real quick. So if you can see, there's just a big mix of color there. Let it run around until it covers the way that you want it to, and then just grab your heat tool and dry it. If you have some pooling of color like I have on here and you don't want to have it spread out anymore, just grab a cloth, kind of dry it. So every time you do this, you're going to get a different design. And one thing I wanted to tell you, once your colors get all mixed around on your sheet, it's going to just make a mess on your paper, and it's probably going to turn black depending on what colors you have. So you can't do too many before it gets all mixed around. Now I'm going to take my glimmer mist that I made the other week, if you were following. Just going to spray that good. And I'm going to dry that once more. Okay, so you can see my tag is dry now. I don't know if you can see the glimmer mist too well on there, but that's such a neat background for any of your fall projects. And if you want to, grab a couple stamps and finish up your tag. Some that I like to use that I had on this tag are from Tim Holtz's Urban Chic and his Urban Tapestry. I really love that bird there. And that's what I used on my previous tag. So I'm going to grab that stamp, and looks like that. We'll just put it on our block. These are just adhesive, like self-adhesive, like the other acrylic stamps that you're probably used to. I'm going to ink that up. And I would probably do a lot more with this tag, but for now I'll just show you a couple things. I'm just going to put that bird on there. Okay, you can see how that shows up so nice against that background. And I'll grab a few more. Let's see. Here is the little postcard one. I'll just ink that up too. Just gonna stick that. Guess I would better turn it the right way around. Put that there. See how you can see the beginnings of a really neat project? If you just played with that for a while, that would be really neat looking. Here's another favorite stamp of mine. This one that just has the little speckles on it. It just fills in all the little spaces so nicely. And I'm just stamping with brushed corduroy. This just fills in some spaces on your stamp, and it doesn't overdo anything. You can barely see it, but it just makes such a nice little background on there. Let me grab, here's a corner stamp. This one, might want to make it stand out a little bit more by putting some perfect pearls on it. So if I ink that up, just stamp it right on there, push it down real good. Let's see how this turns out. I'm just kind of playing around here. There's so many things that you could do with your stamps. So I'm just going to swirl some perfect pearls around on that and see what happens. Well, that's pretty nice. Okay, just going to brush that off with my cloth. See, I didn't even get that on there straight, but with the altered art kind of things, that doesn't even matter much. Then I would just grab some lace or something, just put that on there, snip off the extra, and you'd probably want to add a few other embellishments to a tag like this. And of course you'd want to tie ribbon through the top also. But as you can see, that's just a really quick beginning of a really nice project. I hope you enjoyed this background tag for the tag that I made, and I hope you get a chance to try it. Thanks so much for watching.